Lots of interesting statistics there. With us right now to talk more about RISE, which is happening this upcoming Sunday, is Jacques Bertrand, who's the Executive Director with Help Aid. Jacques, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you for having me.
Tell us a bit about Help Aid, first of all.
Help Aid is an organization that's all across Canada, but it was really started here in Ottawa, excuse me, back in 1975 by volunteers who wanted to do something for seniors, older persons in other countries. So, we're in 7 countries. We provide basic needs and cataract surgeries, for example. We have a physiotherapy program in Haiti. Still in Haiti, also we rebuilt houses that had been destroyed by hurricanes, and I checked after Hurricane Matthew last month, and they're still there. So that's really great, and it shows also that the money gets there when you have the right partners.
Yeah, which is very important.
Crucial.
So tell us about RISE. RISE is happening on Sunday. Now we saw the statistic there, one that just jumped out at me: 1 million. Seniors are suffering from social isolation?
Well, exactly, and it's probably over that because that goes back to 2013, 2012, that statistic. So we're talking about people, older persons, who are socially isolated. That means they have very, very little social contact or no contact at all. And so it's different from just feeling lonely. Being isolated is something else. And it can, the problem with it is that it can lead to problems. It can lead to mental or physical health problems. And very often, for example, a person who's isolated, if you ask her, you will find out that probably her diet is not very good, or he may not be doing any physical exercise. So you can tell that there are problems there, and of course, there's an impact.
So what does RISE stand for?
RISE stands for Reach Isolated Seniors Everywhere. And by everywhere, we mean all across Canada. We had a program like this in Ottawa 15 years ago. It was very, very successful. We could identify hundreds of people who were isolated and in need. Now we've taken this all across Canada. And it's very strong in BC and in the West in general. And it consists in raising awareness about social isolation. And we have this day, of course, coming up.
Okay, so what is one of the easiest things we can do to help?
We're inviting people on Sunday to connect with an older person. It may be a person that they know, or don't know, but if you haven't spoken with your mother or grandmother in a while, it's a good opportunity to maybe pick up the phone and connect with her. And it's very hard to imagine. I think we don't suspect or imagine the impact that it has on someone. A phone call may be the only opportunity for an isolated senior to talk to someone in a day. Or in a week, people, they're only isolated seniors. They're only friends. Sometimes it's the cat, the dog, or the TV set.
Which is it's hard to believe that like you were saying, over 1 million people are living this way as well, right? So obviously this Sunday is a very important day, as every day should be, as we should be reaching out to our seniors. What are some of the worst things that can happen to a senior if they remain isolated for so long?
Sometimes you hear about it in the news, and they may actually develop some health problems, some health issues, and the first thing you hear is that they land at the emergency room of the hospital, because their health has deteriorated. So, but this is something that can be reversed easily, this isolation. If you know someone who's older, you can call that person, and ask her. You can call a person every day, actually, not just on RISE Sunday, and ask her, even if you have nothing to tell her, you can ask her what she ate, what she did, and pretty much it's going to be routine, but it helps also finding out how a person's health is doing. So it's very, very important, and it makes a big difference. It really does make a big difference.
Oh, it's a huge difference, and people as naturally just like to talk about themselves, I find, right? So if you get somebody on the phone, you just ask them how they've been, what they've been up to, and you'll see them open up. And like you're mentioning, it could be the first person that they've spoken to in quite a long time, right?
It's very likely going to be the case.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So obviously you probably have some tips and everything on your website to help?
Yes, on the RISE website, we do, for example, have this sheet. It's
Yeah.
a leaflet that we produced for November 6th, and it's, let's say, fall or autumn tips for, taking care of a senior who may be isolated. And so it can be downloaded from the website. It's totally free, and we invite organizations to download it, put their logo and contact details on it, and just share it with everyone.
Really simple as that.
As
You never
simple
think that this would be such a problem, but if people like you didn't come on daytime to let us know about this, I mean, think about the lives you've changed through your organization.
Yes, but everyone who's watching this show can do exactly the same thing.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations. RISE is happening this Sunday. Reach out to a senior in your community who may need someone to speak to for the first time in quite some time. Jacques Bertrand, Executive Director with HelpAge, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.